guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Connector. I am Arielle Leavitt, and I am so excited to be here with you all today. But really fun thing is I walked into the studio today and I'm in Pod Populi in Boca, and they've changed things up a little bit. We're at a new whole different level. We have video. So I have cameras literally all around me with lights and a timer up on the high screen. And then it just feels so different and elevating. Talk about taking it to the next level. Podcasting just jumped up another level. And I now have I had a producer before, but now I have a producer that hangs out with me a little bit closer now. So Ben and I have gotten really close in the past 10 minutes that I've just gotten to the studio. But Ben, you can say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody. Arielle is amazing. She has an awesome podcast. I want you all to listen to her and support her with everything she does. She's a great host, and I am happy to be producing her shows for her. Oh,
thank you, Ben. I'll make sure I slip that extra 20 to you later today and get you that coffee that you wanted. Perfect. Well, okay. So last episode we talked about just I wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up where I'm at. And it was a rushed episode because I was actually leaving to go to Scottsdale. Actually 2 episodes ago, I should say this, because last week was Scottsdale. I got to record in the Pod Populi studios in Scottsdale. Wow. I'm tripping up on that today. And really fun location. I love traveling, and it's such a restart. I feel I can take a breath and come back and get things going. And when you're in the flow, things just open up. And I had noticed I had a lot going on in the past couple, weeks or so. It's been my friend called it the marathon. I've been traveling. I've been going someplace. I had some friends in town. I'm doing this. I'm reinventing that or whatever it is. And it's just been a lot of things happening. So I'm closing in on my last I would say 10 miles of the marathon that I'm in right now. I'm going back out to LA and then coming back here for my friend's bachelorette weekend. I'm sharing everything with you guys today. Ooh, this is really deep and exciting, but this is what's happening. So, and then I'm going to be in town for a little bit longer. So right now we're recording this episode from Boca, but what I kind of wanted to get into today was the fact that spiraling, because I didn't realize how much we spiral until we're not spiraling, or somebody takes you out of that whole tornado that we're in and we just can't see anything else. I had some friends that we've been talking and everything. And one of my friends is dating, and they're just really in this relationship and trying to figure things out. And I feel actually everybody's in the same boat at the same time, which is really fun in a way. But so really a couple friends, but one of the, yeah. So, and they're talking about what's going on in the relationship and trying to figure this out and obsessing over it and trying to think what's next. And it's interesting when you're in it, how hard it is to see other people's point of views, right? We're so emotionally involved in something, even with business or whatever it may be. We're trying to obsess over the outcome. And sometimes we have to let go of what the outcome is to then allow space for the outcome to be maybe something a little bit different than what we actually want it to be. And even with me, in August, I went to a retreat, the Kathy Heller retreat in August. I mentioned that on a previous episode. But when I was there, I was I have this vision of me emceeing at events. And I was tied onto this. I was okay, how am I going to start emceeing? I want to be doing this. What is it going to look like? And so I was just you know what, I'm going to put this to the back burner, but just kind of focus in on that vision a little bit. And come October, so 2 months later or so, I get asked to MC at an event, and I had the absolute best time doing this. And I was just of course I was supposed to be doing this. And of course I was, because I wasn't tied to the outcome of what it is. I was just tied to the feeling of what that's going to be like, and just letting everything else work itself out. Let the universe just figure out all these other details. And I was just not going to try to make it happen. But I was giving myself the opportunity for those things. And I was saying yes to things, and I was being open to however this may look like. And sometimes when you are in a relationship, or you're working for a business deal, or trying to get this business deal done, and you want it a specific way, and you're no, it needs to be this way, it needs to happen. you get so tied to that outcome that you're just not allowing other opportunities or other ways for it to come to you arrive. And it's interesting when like I was actually having a friend over and they were trying to figure out their business situation. And it's funny, I had like a relationship friend having the same thing, and then a business friend having the same thing, and then like so many different, right? All similar stuff, but maybe not the exact same thing. And I could see where they're spiraling out and they're getting in their head, and they're like, their ego is like trying to protect them of like, no, you can't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing it this way. Like, we need to make sure you're safe. And then their like spiritual side or like their energetic side is like, no, we like, I need to be doing this. I know this is something like, this is my purpose in life, or like, this is how it should be. And this is what feels right, or I'm following my heart or my gut. And so it was just interesting to watch people like our friends, just get into that whole spiral of themselves. And I know I'm guilty of it. I've done it. And I've had some friends point it out to me. And once they pointed out to me, I'm like, oh. And I was like, wouldn't it be nice if we just had a code word for this when this happens to people? Like, we could just say like, you're spiraling, or tornado. And then you could just be like, oh shit, I'm in my spiral. I need to like balance myself, do some meditation, or do some like journaling, or do whatever it is to get you out of that spiral, and be able to get yourself out of that, because it's not helpful. It's not going to make anything change. You're going to continue to stay there until something does change, where you're finally like, I give up on it, and you've hit your endpoint and you're no longer able to do it. It's really fascinating once you get out of your own way. So now I'm dreaming up my next dream, right? Like of like, okay, how big can we take this MC thing? What can we do next? Because MCing is so much fun. It's great because like you get to just show up, do your thing, talk a little bit, introduce somebody that you love, or the next person that you're like really hyped up about, or whatever it may be. And then like pass it over to them, because like, and let them share their greatness with the world. So it was really exciting to be able to share that, experience and everything, and do that just a couple weeks ago. So, that was one of the things that I just really wanted to come on and talk to you all about today, and get into that, because, it's been really, really like an interesting journey in the past couple months with these friends, and my friends, I should say. And I just find it so fun to like be able to like be aware of those things. Some other things that are coming up and that we've been talking about. I know people have been having questions about networking and community and everything. And one of the things that I'm so excited to like talk about also is I have had this new community starting, and it's called The Boardroom, because we have Get Elevated, and that's for women business owners. It's a mastermind that has been unbelievable. And if you're in the South Florida area, I highly suggest reaching out so you can connect with other women business owners and get to talk and have a mastermind with them. But we just decided to launch come January. It's called The Boardroom, and it's for 8 women business owners that are going to get to sit around and have their own board to bounce ideas upon as a solo business owner. Because as a solo business owner, we don't have like our own board. We don't have a group that we can really bounce ideas upon. And every big company has a board. So now you get your own board as a business owner, which is really fun, from other women business owners that just are thriving and succeeding and knowing what they're doing. And we can all learn so much from each other. And it's really that community. Community is so important. It's who you surround yourself with that really influences you day to day. And it's so easy to get caught up in other things. And I mean, you think about like in high school, you get caught up with who you are attracted to, right? Like, and that's who you stay with. And, or religion, people go to religion because they enjoy the community aspect of it, and the spiritual and everything of that sort, the groundingness of it. But who you decide to surround yourself with is really the people that influence you the most. So it's so important to choose those that align with you. And then that way you're able to continue to thrive and continue to go with what you need to go with next. So if you are interested in learning more about the community and about the boardroom, which is so exciting. Definitely reach out to me. I would love to talk to you further about it because us women business owners, like we need more women business owners on the board too, by the way. Very, very needed. Anywho, okay. I am so excited to give you more of an update all next week with a whole new episode. But before we go, if you have any questions and want to like ask like something, you're like, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I feel weird messaging her on Instagram, you can definitely message me, email me at arielletheconnector@gmail.com or on Instagram at Arielle Leavitt, Arielle.Leavitt. You can find me there. But I look forward to seeing you all next week. Oh, rate, review, subscribe. Don't forget to do all those good things before I leave you. All right. Have a good week. See y'all next week. Okay, guys, I'm coming back on here because we're going to do behind the scenes. And this is my podcast, right? Like we get to just like create whatever we want to do. And it's so fun because we just can go with the flow of things. And like when things come up, we can decide how we want to create it and how we want our vision to go. And so I had just like, we stopped the episode and then I'm talking to Ben, my producer, and he's like, hey, I just like was listening when I was listening. I like this moment at this moment and this time at this time. And I was like, what? We are doing these things. This is such an abundance upgrade. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm just like leveling up. So we're going to bring him on. We're going to just chit chat. Him and I are chatting through a window, but on the microphones.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Ben's back again.
I'm back. Thank you so much. That was a nice introduction, you know.
It's like Ben is back again.
That's me.
Ben is back. Tell a friend.
Ooh, I love that. That was great. That's awesome. You know, I hope to start a podcast soon, and I'm going to tell you the name of it, and I think you're going to really like it. It's called Been There, Done That. So I think it'd be really cool. I love just like the play on words, but I also think there's a lot of things like we could talk about anything. Yeah. Where'd you go? Oh, I've been there. I've done that, you know? So that's something that hopefully coming down the road, I'll be bringing to the books.
Well, if you need that intro outro music, you know, I just came up with your theme song.
You did. Oh my gosh. I love that. That is, no, it's perfect. That is actually, you know, that's a great idea. That would be really cool.
Some theme song music.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Throw it in there. We just won't have me singing it because I don't know about my singing, but
I mean, I think it would sound beautiful.
But so you said like at like one of the times that you were like, ooh, I like the emceeing thing. So tell me a little bit about that. I get to interview you.
Yeah. So, I mean, as a producer I'm opening my ears and listening to key things that I think are interesting. And I find like, oh, wow, that sounds amazing. Like, because I want to give you your social media clips and give you some nice little things that you can also use for your promotion and all that stuff. So when I was listening about your emceeing, I was like, man, that's awesome. Cause I've also wanted to do some emceeing, and I actually am a music teacher. So I teach a bunch of students and all that stuff. So I'm always on the mic, just like, hey, listen to me, guys, but, you know, also having a good time with it. So I think that was really, really interesting. And I was like, you would kill it as an MC. I mean, I'm sure you do. So it's pretty cool. So I was like, oh, we have a little connection there.
Yeah.
The connector gave me a connection.
You have a little connection there. Yeah, no, it's fun. It's like, it was just a thing that I was like, oh my gosh, this feels good, because I like to just come in, like connect people, get things going. And one of my favorite things is like connecting people to other people, right? So that I was able to like be the MC and like connect the audience to the person coming out was like, and it was for Kathy Heller, like,
oh my gosh,
is so cool. She's so cool, guys. Cool. Look her up. But yeah, no. So she had this great event in LA with Andy Grammer, Amy Purdy, like some really fun. Candace Nelson was there.
Oh my gosh, wow.
And it was such a fun event, and I got to like MC and bring her on, and she got to interview them, and I was like, great, because I wouldn't want to interview them. That's not my thing. And that's like her forte. But I was just like, I got to just get everybody excited. We were all excited to be there, and it was just hype everybody up.
Yeah, and that's awesome. And like just to be a hype, like just just to get everybody in the mood. It feels so good. It's so rewarding to have those, you're setting people up and you're getting a huge event together and you're connecting all these people to like one domain and you're just like, all right, let's do it and have a great time doing it. And that's awesome. That's
really
so
cool. But it was fun because I was like, in my head, I was like, okay, how can I do more of this? And I was just like, why don't I just say yes to things?
Yeah.
Like that's all you have to do more of it. Exactly. And so when I got asked, I was just like, yes. I was like a little, because and she was like, well, you don't have to, like, it's okay. And I was like, no. My yes was meaning like, I was saying it because I was just like, I can't believe this is actually a thing.
You actually want me. Okay. Like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like, of course.
That's why my yes came out the way it did.
You're like, sign me up.
But yeah.
Exactly.
So it was really funny that like.
Now, do you think that how's it led to more emceeing?
Not yet, but like it totally could.
Totally could, right? Like, I mean, this happened, it was last week, right?
It was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that door is open for you.
I'm here for it. I am so here for it. I love it. I'm like, and I got a taste of it. So once you get a taste of something,
you're done.
Like, it's nice because you either like, yes, this feels right, or no, I'm out.
Exactly.
And like I tried it and everything, and just taking that step. And I always tell people, just like take it.
That's the hardest part, is to go ahead and, like you said, just say yes, and then once you do that, it just it's a domino effect. Mm-hmm. Everything just falls into your place. Everything falls in your lap. You're there. Yeah. I couldn't agree more.
My mom always used to say, like, my family, the rule in my family was like, when we were eating food and everything, you try it, you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. And that was it. And it's like, and that's how I kind of go through life. It's like, I try it, I don't like it, I don't have to do it again. Or I try it, I like it, I'll continue it.
Exactly.
Like, that's all it is.
That's all it is.
It all started with food.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is so awesome. I'm glad we did like a little bonus clip.
This was really nice to let me come on and speak a little. That was very nice.
A little bit more relaxed setting. Like, it feels good. It just was like, I was like, why not share this with everybody? As we were like chit chatting, we're like, all right, let's do this.
Well, thank you again, Arielle. It was so nice to speak with you. And I'd love to hear what this sounds like,
Thanks, Ben. Okay. All right. See everybody next week.